Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We're doing something a little different this time. For those of you who were waiting for the anti-gravity video, or the subtitle editor, that's going to have to wait a little bit. There will be many versions of the editor coming later. But today, we're diving into a different piece of tech. What I want to introduce today is Google NotebookLM. I actually think I discovered this thing ages ago, maybe back in 2023. Even back then, it was marketed as a tool that could help you summarize key points. Which sounded amazing because my interests are all over the place. And I really wish someone would organize things for me. But I ran into an immediate, big problem. Back then, I had one of those unlimited magazine reading subscriptions. If I wanted the AI to compile everything I wanted to read, that meant I had to copy all the magazine content out. And I just didn't want to do that. Those magazines are copyrighted, right? I can read them, but copying them to another platform just felt weird and wrong. Fast forward to today. I saw it again recently when it was promoted alongside the launch of Gemini 3. It's been a while. But what really grabbed my attention in all the new videos about NotebookLM was this one specific thing. It won't provide any data beyond what you, the user, have provided, and this is huge. The biggest problem with those big LLMs is that when they don't know something, they just make up a story. That makes them a super unreliable source of knowledge. Lately, I've been using AI more to find stuff, but only for things I can easily verify. But what about when you're looking for knowledge and you have absolutely no clue where to start? You can't even judge if the information is fake or real. So, having a service that restricts itself to reliable knowledge sources, your sources, is incredibly trustworthy. Let me show you what I mean. A little while ago, all the neighborhood kids suddenly went out and bought rune stones. I was curious, and I figured I should probably understand them before they figured out how to prank me with them. So, I went online to search for info. Compared to tarot, information on runes is really scarce. A lot of what I found was actually about ancient Western civilizations' big stones. It's easier to find stuff if you look at the actual merchandise. But stores don't give you much info. You end up relying on the little booklets. And those don't say much. Especially compared to a tarot guidebook. So I was thinking, it's just a few rocks. It can't be that fun, right? I managed to patiently find 4 resources. Mostly beginner or vendor descriptions. So, I fed them into NotebookLM for analysis. After the analysis, I went straight to the mind map. It started by giving me 4 categories. I remember thinking, wait, I gave it 4 resources, and it gave me 4 categories. Is the AI just cutting corners? But I gave it the benefit of the doubt. When you click on the details, it lists the related information on the left in nice, organized bullet points. The AI has clearly already organized it. I didn't know yet if those bullet points were useful, or if they were repetitive, or just nonsense. But 4 pieces of data is definitely too little, and the analysis would be biased. I spent more time hunting for information. Seriously, there wasn't much. I even threw in a game video later. And the AI correctly ignored it, knowing it was just a board game. It was smarter than me. It also pointed out that one of the websites I visited was paid content. And I was just on a visitor trial. I had no idea until the AI told me it couldn't access the financial stuff. Once I thought I had enough, I ran the full analysis again. In the NotebookLM interface, the layout is pretty clear. The middle column, this is your running conversation, where generated questions and messages are stored. The leftmost column, resources, you can click any source to get an overview and suggested topics. My observation, I found that when I clicked on a topic like symbol descriptions, the AI's answer seemed the same every time. even if I clicked it on different web pages. The AI wasn't just quoting one page. It had already compiled and structured the answer from all the sources. This made searching here feel a little repetitive. So, I focused on the other outputs on the right side. The chart diagram. I was hopeful, but honestly, the picture was so simplified it made no difference. Maybe it's because the topic is just too generic, right? I mean, whether you use runes or a mop, you prepare a space, take it out, and look at it. The slide deck. This was great. It was visually appealing. Way better than what I could make. Because I have zero aesthetics sense lately. The content flow was excellent. General impression first, then definition, execution, and finally, belief. Since runes are metaphysics, the data naturally included a lot of glorification, which isn't the AI generating faith, but just summarizing what was in the sources. Flashcards. They looked a lot like the language memorization cards I used in school. I have so many things I want to learn that I really don't have time to memorize things one by one. The report. This was the complete data summary, which neatly addressed the repetitive answers I found earlier. The final mind map. It gave me 4 categories again. This proved I totally underestimated it before. It wasn't just counting my resources. It was divided into history, definition, application, and schools of thought, with good subcategories. Seriously, following this flow to learn a completely new topic would save you so much time. Some academics might say, students relying on AI aren't working hard enough. They feel like they had to read all those books, clear all those thinking blind spots, to truly understand the vastness of a subject. But my experience shows that there are many things we just want to know about. We don't want to become a scholar. I wonder if spending a ton of time just to get a little bit of value makes a learner get stuck on a topic because of the time they've invested. Do we trust our own free will? Or do we impose our habits onto how others should think? Look, as someone who's worked in IT for years, people have always told me this industry is going to be phased out. My career hasn't been smooth, especially since my original field was the gaming industry, which is notorious for companies that don't last long. But I have never thought new technology was a bad thing. I constantly want to learn, but I simply don't have enough time. My interests are massive. I want to learn model assembly, knitting, video editing, 3D modeling, screenwriting, coding acceleration, robotics, tarot, fortune telling, and more. Spending huge amounts of time on one single thing is just hard and frankly, not worth it for me. Of course, everything has depth. For example, making a foldable table requires serious precision. If it doesn't fold, you can't store it. And if you look at amazing master woodworkers, what they make is art. The reason I didn't follow that path is simple. I wasn't interested enough. That's free will. Quick learning showed me that the field has amazing depth, but it's not the direction I want to go. The things I keep coming back to are my true path. So yeah, I feel like NotebookLM, this tool for accelerating learning, has helped me immensely. I really hope it can help you, too. That's all for this video. Thank you for listening. Talk to you next time.